Lads and ladies, welcome to the Junior Classics.
Hi there, I'm Sir Bradley Hasse, a teller of borrowed tales. Join me as I share stories of courage, adventure, and wonder. But don't take my word for it. You can find out for yourself on today's Junior Classic. Check. Welcome back, Junior Scholars. My name is Sir Bradley Hasse, guardian of the written word and your guide through the Junior Classics. Our mission, as always, is to safeguard the wisdom in the classics and inspire children with a love of good reading and a real and lasting interest in Western literature, history, and scholarship. Thank you for joining us today, and a very special thank you to my loyal listeners who tune in each and every episode. We have some short stories coming up, so when that occurs, I may release episodes weekly instead of every other week, which is why you have this unexpected episode this Friday. Today is episode 6 of season 2, Tales from Around the World, and we have another tale from India called How the Sun, Moon, and Wind Went Out to Dinner by Mary Frere. Now, don't forget the new Junior Classics art project we started. After you listen to the story, go and do an art project of your choosing based on what you liked from the story, and then ask your parents to send it in. You can send it to our Facebook, Instagram, or juniorclassicspodcast@gmail.com. Once I receive a bundle of them, I may do a video to display your artwork, and then I'll talk about what I liked about it. Okay, let's get on to
Lost and Found Words!
Listen carefully to these words and their meanings and try and spot them during the show. Our first word is dainty. Dainty means to be delicate, small, and pretty. Our next word is scorch. This means to burn the surface of something with flame or heat. The next word is parch. To be parched means to become dry from intense heat. And lastly, we have the word noxious. Noxious means harmful, poisonous, or very unpleasant. That's all for our introduction today. Let's jump right into the story. How Sun, Wind, and Moon Went Out to Dinner. And now, Charlotte's version.
How Sun, Wind, Moon Went Out to Dinner by Mary Frere.
One day, Sun, Moon, and Wind went out to dine with their uncle and aunt, Thunder and Lightning. Their mother, one of the most distant stars you see far up in the sky, waited alone for her children's return. Now both Sun and Wind were greedy and selfish. They enjoyed the great feast that had been prepared for them, without a thought of saving any of it to take home to their mother. But the gentle Moon did not forget her. Of every dainty dish that was brought round, she placed a small portion under one of her beautiful, long fingernails, that Star might also have a share in the treat. On their return, their mother, who had kept watch for them all night long with her little bright eyes, said, "Well, children, what have yon brought home for me?" Then Sun, who was oldest, said, "I have brought nothing home for you. I went out to enjoy myself with my friends, not to fetch dinner for my mother." And Wind said, "Neither have I brought anything home for you, mother. You could hardly expect me to bring a collection of good things for you, when I merely went out for my own pleasure." But Moon said, "Mother, fetch a plate, see what I have brought you." And shaking her hands, she showered down such a choice dinner as never was seen before. Then Star turned to Sun and spoke thus, "Because you went out to amuse yourself with your friends, and feasted and enjoyed yourself, without any thought of our mother at home, you shall be cursed. Henceforth, your rays shall ever be hot and scorching, and shall burn all that they touch, and men shall hate you, and cover their heads when you appear." and that is why the sun is so hot to this day." Then she turned to Wind and said, "You also, who forgot your mother in the midst of your selfish pleasures, hear your doom. You shall always blow in the hot, dry weather, and shall parch and shrivel all living things. And men shall detest and avoid you from this very time. And that is why the wind in the hot weather is still so disagreeable." But to Moon she said, "Daughter, because you remembered your mother and kept for her a share in your own enjoyment, from henceforth you shall ever be cool and calm and bright. No noxious glare shall accompany your pure rays, and men shall always call you blessed. And that is why the moon's light is so soft and cool and beautiful, even to this day."
The end.
I sure hope you enjoyed the story. It may have been fun and short, but it comes with a simple yet important lesson. Honor your father and mother, so that you may live well and have a long life. Sun and Wind were completely selfish and spoke to their mother without respect or honor. They both stated that they went out purely for their own happiness and would never consider bringing anything home for their mother. Their dishonor brought a curse upon them. Moon, however, did think of her mother and brought her many good things and was rewarded because of it. So remember, junior scholars, treat your parents right so that life will go well with you. Until next time, I am Sir Bradley. Be brave, be loyal, and speak the truth. Now, for you parents out there, I want you to understand why we are doing this, what we are trying to achieve, and how you can help us. This is a rescue operation to preserve the classics and the wisdom within before it is lost forever. Our goal is to inspire children with a love of good reading by safeguarding and breathing new life into the greatest stories in history, and empower you, the parents, with a resource you can trust to enrich your child's mind and spirit. We don't want these stories and the wisdom within to be forgotten, so our children don't have to learn these lessons on their own. The most important thing you can do for us is to spread the message and tell others about these stories and what we are doing. If you want to donate, we would love that as well. My promise is that 100% of donations will go to building the impact and quality of the Junior Classics. If you have feedback and thoughts on how we can do things better, please send an email to juniorclassicspodcast@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening to the Junior Classics.